In 1993, aspiring filmmaker Kevin Smith created Clerks, a refreshingly raw comedy that looks at the eventful lives of two convenience store jockeys. The film was a hit at the Sundance Film Festival, so much so that it was eventually picked up for distribution by Miramax. This film, responsible for launching Smith's career, was the first film in what later became the New Jersey Chronicles. The Chronicles play out like crossover worlds in the comic books. While none of Smith's films are directly related, with the exception of Clerks 2, they often reference subtle plot points, keeping all the stories in the same universe, or as Smith calls it, the View-esque universe. The common glue that holds the films together are the appearance of drug dealers Jay and Silent Bob, two likable comic relief characters that went on to star in their very own movie. After Clerks became successful, Universal Studios came to Smith and producer Scott Mosier, who also played Snowball in Clerks, for ideas about their next film. That movie would become Mallrats. On a budget of $6 million, the film looks 1,000 times better than Clerks, although it's essentially the same type of movie. Two lifelong buds, Brody and T.S., are dumped by their girlfriends on the same day, and decide to ponder their woes at the local mall.
Oh, there is something out there that can help ease our simultaneous double loss.
Ritual suicide?
No, you idiot, the fucking mall!
While there, they run into the merchants Jay and Silent Bob, who are recruited by Brody to sabotage a TV show being produced by Mr. Svenning, a vengeful father who will stop at nothing to keep T.S. away from his daughter.
T.S., listen to me. It's over between you two.
In the meantime, Brody tries sliding back into Renee's good graces and has several brutal confrontations with her new boy toy, played by Ben Affleck. While Clerks relied on sharp dialogue and semi-realistic characters, Mallrats feels more like a slapsticky graphic novel. It even makes tons of fanboy references, including a cameo by Marvel president Stan Lee. The conversations aren't nearly as engaging, apart from Brody's analysis of Superman's sex life with Lois Lane.
Never have Superman's baby. Do you think her fallopian tubes can handle his sperm?
While it's definitely a more physical brand of humor, a lot of it feels forced. There's a scene involving a chocolate-covered pretzel that's more gross than it is funny, as if Kevin Smith himself is sitting next to you, nudging you and saying, "Get it? A stink palm, that's funny."
You face forward, or you face the possibility of shock and damage.
There's also a scene involving Priscilla Barnes as a mall fortune teller. I won't ruin the punchline, but it isn't much of a payoff. Then there's the ending, where Brody and T.S. manage to get onto Svenning's game show so T.S. can win back Brandy Svenning.
Suitor number 2.
Can't you call me the second suitor? I mean, suitor number 2 sounds like a bathroom code.
Jason Lee is funny in this scene, but it somehow reminds me of watching a lame dating show. In the background, Jay and Silent Bob are up to their usual antics, trying for the 50th time to tear down the stage. The film references Julie Doyer's pool death, which is the reason Dante and Randall go to the wake in Clerks.
Julie Doyer died.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
In Mallrats, Julie's death causes Brandy Svenning to perform on her father's game show, which spurs her breakup with T.S.
She's fucking dead?
We also see Ethan Suplee reprise the role of Willem Black, who is supposed to be Snowball from Clerks.
That's beautiful, man.
According to Kevin Smith, this is the same character in a parallel universe, which explains why they look so dissimilar. Willem's only purpose in the whole film is to see if he can make out the hidden picture that used to be so prominent in malls back in the 90s.
Wow, it's a schooner!
You dumb bastard.
Aside from the film's faults, it's not a bad movie. It's actually fun to watch, but it feels like Smith was forced to dumb down the film in favor of a studio budget. To the film's credit, it has one truly memorable scene where Brody confronts his childhood idol, Stan Lee, who tells Brody that his comic book creations were inspired by the girl who got away. Mallrats is like the good-natured retarded friend you keep around because they're still fun to hang around with. It might not be very funny despite its attempts, but it somehow rubs off on you.
Where do you get those wonderful toys?
And while the film bombed horribly at the box office and has since been at the barrel end of many jokes from director Smith himself,
I'm driving out here, there's nobody on the road. It was like the opening of Mallrats.
It finally found its audience in home video. Again, it proved that big Hollywood budgets don't necessarily make a successful film, although it's a film that definitely has an audience. How you take the film depends on the mood you're in when you watch it and how much you compare it to the earlier Clerks.
God damn, this is one wacky game show.
Tune in next time and we'll explore a defining movie in Smith's career, Chasing Amy.